एक उन्होंने कहा बाबा को, बाबा दुनिया रंगारंगीली। अभी इनका अर्थ तो कोई दूसरा समझ नहीं सकते हैं बच्चे। तुम जानते हो कि बाप ने बैठ के समझाए कि ये खेल जो है ये रंग रंगीली खेल है। देखो कभी बाइस्कोप या वो होते हैं तो बहुत ही अच्छा बनाते हैं, बहुत रंग रूप पर्दा वगैरह सीनरी होती है नहीं दुनिया। अभी दुनिया की दुनिया को तो कोई जानते नहीं है, तुम बच्चे ही जानते हो अच्छी तरह से। तो ये नाट्य कितना वंडरफुल बना हुआ है, तो तुम बच्चे शुरू से लेकर के जानते हो। और तो इस नाट्यशाला को कोई जानते ही नहीं है। उन बच्चों को नंबर 1 पुरुषार्थ अनुसार ये सारी विश्व के आदि मध्य अंत का ज्ञान है। और ये समझते हो कि स्वर्ग कितना रंग रंगीला है, कितना सुनना है, खूबसूरत है, जिसको कोई भी जानते ही नहीं है, कोई के भी बुद्धि में नहीं आते हैं कुछ। अभी तुम बच्चे उस वंडरफुल रंग रंगीला वंडरफुल को गाया जाते हैं नहीं, वो जो गाया जाते हैं वंडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, तो वंडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड और कोई भी दुनिया में नहीं जानते जितना तुम बच्चों को बाप समझाए जाते हो जानते हो। और जिस वंडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड के लिए अपने अपने तकदीर अनुसार पुरुषार्थ कर रहे हो, क्योंकि यही मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट तो तुमको है कि हम जो भी वंडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड है रंग बिरंगी बहुत बहुत रंग बिरंगी इकाई जाएगा, जहाँ हीरे और जवाहर और महल होते हैं। तो ऐसे तो कोई भी मनुष्य नहीं है, इनको ही हो। और फिर ये भी वंडर है कि तुम बच्चे को देखो कितना साधारण बिल्कुल ही हो, बिल्कुल ही भूल जाते हो, इतना बड़ा तुमको खटका मिला देती है। तो ऐसे ही है बच्चे। अभी अभी याद है बच्चों की बड़े हर्षित है कि हम अभी वंडरफुल वर्ल्ड स्वर्ग के मालिक बन रहे हैं और स्वर्ग के रचने वाले बाप से। तो भी वही भूल जाते हैं, समझे नहीं, रोते पीटते रहते और मुरझाते रहते हैं, जैसे कि कोई भीड़ भी इतना नहीं हो गई मुरझाया हुआ। भीड़ भी ऐसा मुरझाया हुआ नहीं है जितना तुम मुरझाए जाते हो। तुम्हारे घर से कोई शब्द तो नहीं कहेंगे नहीं, तो कोई कोई इतना मुरझाए जाते हैं, जरा भी नहीं समझ में आते हैं। हम कोई स्वर्ग के जाने वाले हैं, हमको बाल पढ़ाते हैं, वो भी नहीं याद रहते हैं, समझा नहीं।
कभी मुरली सुनाते तो बजाते भी देखा, तो लाल अक्षरों से लिखते भाग्य की लेखा। घड़ी वो आज भी भूले नहीं भुलाती है, घड़ी वो आज भी भूले नहीं भुलाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है, मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है।
मुझे जैसे बच्चों पे रुहानी बाप और दादा का दिलो जान से गर्लफ्रेंड से यात्रा गुड नाइट। रुहानी बच्चों पे तो रुहानी बाप की नमस्ते।
Om Shanti. Do the service of giving sakaash through your powerful mind. Become perfect the same as the Father. In order to do service through your mind, make all the powers a part of your life. Become perfect, the same as the Father, so that no defects remain inside you, for only then will your sakaash spread automatically with the concentration of your elevated thoughts, that is, through your mind. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 28. Do the service of giving sakaash through your powerful mind. Today's topic, become perfect, the same as the Father. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Is everyone okay? When we listen to the Vyakti signal, it's a kind of method, effort which we all have to make now. Especially these days, it's very, very important to keep making your thought powerful. Because there are so many negativities and souls are suffering. Lot of wasteful about everything. So there is a saying that not to become black when it's a coal mine, right? Because coal mine means what? So that's how the world is today, now very dark. But we have to remain beautiful. And that's what we have to do and serve through that. I like one of the example which Baba gives is about new moon and full moon. It's not that there is no moon and it becomes full moon, right? And it's not, it begins with new moon. It's full moon, then new moon, and then full moon. And this is to remind that even in the elements, there is seed, there is tree, right? It never happens that there is only seed, because seed comes from the tree, right? So this eternity, this cycle, and that cycle also is with us as souls, right? That is what we were embodiment, and then we become masters, and then we gradually lose our authority. Lakshmi Narayana are considered to be the lords, no? Masters of the world. At confluence age, actually, we are all masters too. Master Almighty. Just this thought gives us so much courage, so much strength. But as Baba says, that Maya is very powerful. You have this thought, you have faith, you go out or somewhere or some company and you completely forget. And you forget, then you have no power. Then a lot of doubts start coming. It's very interesting. So the effort is to maintain constant awareness. And that becomes like, there is breath for the body. So there is also oxygen for the soul. And that is our elevated thoughts. So just always think in such a way, yes, I have to become perfect. We have started our journey. We are almost there, right? You can't return. Many times it does happen, people are tired. And then we keep saying, very soon we are about to reach. The same is our stage. A lot of renunciation has been done. We left the world, we left the family, we left so many things. So where will you return now? What is there? So keep ascending, keep moving forward. And that is become perfect, the same as the Father. Brahma Baba became like Father. Mama became like Father. So we are their children. We will also become like Baba. In order to do service through your mind, make all the powers a part of your life. Not allow the weakness, weak thoughts. Right? Not negative, but weak. Become perfect, the same as the Father, so that no defects remain inside you, for only then will your sakaash spread. Think for a moment. Yes, this is what we have to do. So Baba says sakaash spread automatically with the concentration of your elevated thoughts, that is through your mind. And as much sakaash spread, then everyone will look at you, embodiment of that virtue. And that also helps. Right? If someone says, oh, this soul always remains disturbed, not good vibrations, right? But whatever happens, this soul is always peaceful. So their vibrations. So it's one's own sakaash, but also vibrations from others. And if this can happen, keep spreading, there will be so much power that everyone will become peaceful. Everyone will become loveful. All subtle ego, I and mine, all the divisions, lot of joy, harmony, celebrating life. Actions have to continue, duties have to be done, responsibilities have to be fulfilled. Everything has to be done and has to happen. Because when the soul has body requires everything, right? Body requires food, that means you have to have money, that you have to work. So action is always part of the life. But while doing actions, internally becoming full, keep becoming full. Not that I did so much, so I'm empty. No. More full, more full. So stage of perfection really is where constantly be awareness. I am God's child. So godly intoxication, godly virtues makes our life very, very beautiful. Sometimes the sanskars do emerge, or the sanskars of others, we look at them. But never forget you as embodiment. Rather, you at that time empower yourself more so that others can also feel the sakaash of those virtues. While being a karma yogi, you have to do yoga, karma, and yoga combined, right? I remember when I started journey. At that time, all the Brahmins always is my Baba. Baba is Karan Karamanhar. It's like you are keep singing the praise of Baba, so that the presence of Baba, powers of Baba, everywhere just thoughts of Baba. And Baba is perfect, right? So this way we will also become perfect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
I was thinking of the Murli, the Avyakt Murli on Sunday. And I had a few questions and I couldn't wait to talk to you. One of my questions was about having all relationships with Baba, father, teacher, and Sadguru. How does that practically look? How do you do all three relationships? Do you identify, oh, I'm having a relationship of father now, or teacher now, or Sadguru, or how does that work?
Father is love and inheritance, right? And teacher is knowledge. And Sadguru is Shrimat and blessings, right? So, one thing is we really don't need to do that. But also in our lives, we do require, right? Parents' love, So it's different. Teachings are different than parents' love. So parents' love, early morning when we wake up, we don't start with teacher, right?
Right.
The morning we start with father, parents, and then later on, Baba is teacher, right?
Right.
So then we do that. And then when we come in actions, Baba is Guru, Sadguru, because I have to do every action based on Shrimat, Baba's directions. So Baba is supreme guide. So I think I see that I start generally that way, that my parents, then my teacher, then my guide. And then of course during day also, whenever one remembers, I think different relationship emerge.
Yeah, that's my question. During the day, is it mostly Sadguru? Like, because father time is small, teacher time is small, then mostly during the day it's Sadguru? How is your relationship with Baba?
No, but then Sadguru and then father also, no? Because we keep saying my Baba. So when we say Baba, really it is more father, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying, oh, my teacher, oh, my Sadguru. No, you say Baba. So generally the relationship is more of father. And then when we talk about knowledge and teachings and, oh, Baba tells us this, Baba told this morning in Murli this. So it's like we are invoking and thinking of Baba more as a teacher. That also happens, no? So many times during day we talk about knowledge. So who is the teacher? Baba. So if I am remembering knowledge, I am remembering teacher, right? Or when I remember teacher, I remember knowledge. Didi Mohini always used to say that whenever you say Baba taught us this is Baba's knowledge. So relationship is of teacher, right? And then whenever we want to uh, do actions and want success and want blessings to work, then Satguru Baba, so it so naturally flows in all three relationship during day, not
Um,
only.
Baba was talking about all three in one. Do you do all three in one ever during the day?
3 in 1, yeah.
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 He said if you have all three relationships in one, then it is easy to remember the one.
No, what he meant also that in our lives, when I have to think of Father is one, then I say, oh, what I learned in school, or oh, my teacher. Then there is Guru, three people, no? So three remembrances. And here, if you remember one, all three. If you three remember three, he is one. So it's very, very interesting. And it happens all day. Sometimes 3 in 1, 1 in 3, this way. Right?
Right, right.
Is it clear?
Yeah. I was curious about the three in one. Yes, very clear, Didi. The next question from the Murli again. Baba was talking about if you follow Shrimat, you will accumulate multi-million fold. How practically, how does this accumulation look like in our consciousness?
That means when you are, let's say Baba says that there should be balance between awareness and action, or they should be combined, right? And when you do it internally, you feel very happy and feel very powerful, like content, because you have followed Shrimat, or you have applied the knowledge. Because Shrimat is basically knowledge, right? Unless it's personally some directions we take. But generally it is knowledge. So as much I am applying, accumulation is really at same time you feel that you have earned lot. But sometimes like you're doing only action service, so you are happy. It's not you are not happy, but not overjoyed, like, lot of intoxication. And it's just like when you earn money and suddenly you got bonus and you got more money. So there is joy, there is happiness. Same is doing actions based on Shrimat brings us the experience which is in abundance. So that is called like the account multifold. But also Baba said, no, you receive blessings. If you follow Shrimat, you are successful, but also receive blessings.
So all of these, how do I know I'm receiving blessings? How do I know I'm accumulating? All if I'm feeling happy.
Blessing is that, okay, you do something, you got blessing. In other words, Baba, giving blessing, child, continue. You will be able to keep doing that. It's a blessing that you can continue to do it. And otherwise, you will do one time, you won't be able to do second time. So blessing makes you like, that has become now your gift or your skill or your talent or your specialty. You will keep doing it. Whenever Dadi used to say, oh, you are sustained by blessing, means like your progress, your capacity, everything keep increasing. That's the blessing. Blessing means continue, you will be able to continue. But
Okay.
if no blessing, then lot of obstacles come.
Right. Right. So I know I'm accumulating if I'm experiencing joy, and I know I'm receiving blessings if I'm continuing to do the task.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your inner abilities, your trust, your confidence. It's like you are very light and you can easily do everything.
Okay. This question again related to Shrimat is about sometimes I feel I can spot it in other people when they're mixing the dictates of their own mind with Shrimat. How can I spot it in myself when I'm mixing the dictates of my own? They really think it's Shrimat, but we know subtly that it's the dictates of their own mind is being mixed up. How do I know? How can I check that, oh, if I'm doing this, then I'm mixing my own manmat?
Okay, Baba says, children, in your relationship, whatever you have to say it with love, right? Not with force. Now, we do it force once in a while, right? So I'm not following Shrimat, right? So when you are not following Shrimat, you have subtle regrets later on. Even it was right what was said, but it was not said the way it should be said. So very subtly, any kind of disobedience, Baba says, have drishti of soul consciousness, right? And it's little bit of ego or any something happened to the thoughts, and we find that the thoughts are not that elevated. So subtle disobedience is happening here, right? So when there is obedience and then there is disobedience. So I think that
So subtly, I feel regret.
yeah, all of us regret or even realization will come. I could have done this, because this nature of regret is not good, and
Right.
feeling guilty also is not good. Realization is good. I really realize I could have done better. I realize that I should have done this. Very beautiful thoughts will come, not repentance.
Okay.
So
The next
one
question.
comes to know that am I following Shrimat or less? Because feelings are there, no, internally. Feelings are always there in the mind. So sometimes we go by feelings more. But Shrimat really empowers you and you say, oh yes, this is what I should do.
Didi, sometimes I feel following Shrimat or Manmat is so subtle. For example, let's say I have laziness and I don't want to do something, and I can just give excuses, oh, my body is not feeling well. And Baba said, if don't push it, but I could just be totally lazy. And I feel sometimes when I'm watching myself or someone else, that laziness is so powerful that there is not even a regret. It's just like I'm still sitting in my laziness.
Yeah. Some characters have laziness, but Baba's majority children I have seen, they are very active. They don't make excuse ever. But then also I feel that if their body is not well, then they should also rest properly, right? So that they get well very quickly. So it is both ways. Sometimes some people just keep ignoring, right?
Right,
To
right.
continue, then it takes longer. I always feel that something has happened, try to overcome it quickly so that we can serve better. So there has to be, yeah, laziness, but also if body requires something, whether it is any kind of diet or it's rest or anything, it's good to, I was telling Bhumi when yesterday, good to listen to the body also sometimes, because it shouldn't happen. We don't listen to body. And that's happening to many because they really want to do and they do it. But if they could have hurt the body, then somewhere they will say, no, I need to stop, I need checkup, I need this, But that is not body consciousness. That is like you will be worshipped longer, right? I always say, I
Right.
I always say I don't want to be worshipped. So I try to do in a way that I could manage, even if I need little extra rest or whatever. So
Right.
I think one is laziness, but other is also balance it, right? It's important. I was telling recently, I said that when we came in Gyan, so many times that I don't eat dinner or I don't rest during day because at young age you don't do all that, right? So Didi Mohini used to say, no, it is important 3 times, even little bit. It's important to put fuel at the right time in the car. And same was rest. I said, but during day, when I went to center, fans are on and all kids are resting. I said, what is this going on? But then I realized that it's a long day. So even for 1 hour to take break, whether you rest or something, is also very essential to keep your energy until night now.
Right.
So sometimes it does happen, but yeah, there shouldn't be laziness.
Mm, right. So a couple more questions, Didi. So I know I have a little bit of time and I'm going to India tomorrow, so I don't know when I'll have a chance to chit chat with you. So I need to ask you these questions. One is about this I-ness that Baba is talking about, I and mine. How subtly we are slipping into this consciousness of I-ness, because sometimes I look at souls and I think they are mistaking the I-ness. They just remove the word I from the vocabulary, but just me removing the word I from my vocabulary is not going to get rid of my I-ness. How do I know that I'm slipping into this consciousness of I-ness?
See, sometimes that I also is right, but sometimes also is body consciousness. Ego comes in. No, that means your intentions are good, your ideas are good, your plans are good, and they work very well. So the person says that, look, whenever I give idea, how successful it is, how beneficial it is. So it's very good actually, and we appreciate it. But within that soul has to be careful that this shouldn't change into kind of ego or confidence. Then whenever you say, whatever I say is always right. So this subtle I-ness start growing inside, which is not negative, which is not wrong, but also the authority inside, or body consciousness or ego. We have to be careful about that. Like sometimes some people have capacity to foresee the obstacles or foresee certain things. And they say, I'm telling you, just be careful about it, right? And it does work because we find that it was necessary. Now, when that person comes to know, it's a success, right? And Dari Janki always says that uh, ego stands with open arms to welcome you. Anything you do, say, oh, I did very good. I did very good. It's all right to be happy about it and celebrate it, but be careful about this I. So this is what Baba is talking about, that I of little ego. But that person could also be right in many, many different ways.
Right, absolutely. So we could be right and we could still have I-ness. Both are going on.
So we have to be careful, no, not to have this I.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. Last question, Didi, about ordinariness and uniqueness. How I was thinking of Brahma Baba. He had an ordinary life and how he was so unique and so extraordinary. How do we practically bring this spirituality into our actions? How do I know I'm going from ordinary to being Baba's unique child?
Because spirituality is basically soul consciousness, introverted. That means even whatever we do, they shouldn't be extroverted. That means whether we are eating, whether we are celebrating, it shouldn't go to an extent that it looks lokic now. Lokic is more social and lokic is more spiritual. So sometimes it is more social than spiritual. Anything. So I remember that Baba played the games, Baba did everything, but it was very spiritual. There was no feeling of lokic because then body consciousness emerges and so it's always good to pay attention that whatever we do, introverted is important and little attention on, as one time Baba had said that even if you're making jokes, but if it's hurting others or it's kind of, others feel it's on me. Or I remember one of the brother who used to make a lot of jokes. And I met him 1 or 2 years ago and he said, I stopped making jokes. I said, why? He said, because everyone thinks of me with the jokes. No, they don't think of me in a spiritual way. So I thought, no, I have to only share something spiritual so that others also think of me as a spiritual person. Right? So, yeah, spirituality and attention on the self to be introverted.
This is so subtle though, right, Didi? Because you think you're being spiritual, but you could be being lokic. Because we don't know where we are slipping into ordinariness.
Percentage will increase, no?
Right.
It doesn't change 100%. It changes percentage, more and more spiritual, less and less being ordinary. I think that is visible, no, in people, that every time we see them, we say, oh, this person is now more deeper, more spiritual, more with insights and yeah.
Thank you so much.
But when you are in India, no, we still can call you.
Yes,
Yeah?
of course. Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay. Have a good trip. Yeah. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti, thank you. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Our schedule from Amritwila 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. And then whole day Bhakti will continue in the evening 5 to 5:15 p.m. Avikti Children Muli class. Bhakti will continue, followed by meditation and then Hindi series, English series. And just to remind, tomorrow is again whole day Bhakti will be on in Avikti Parivar. You all are welcome to join anytime. Now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
कहाँ मिलेगा बाबा ऐसा
सतयुग में तेरा प्यार हो, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार कहाँ मिलेगा बाबा ऐसा, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार हो, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार। भले ही रौंके महलों में होंगे, भले ही रौंके महलों में होंगे, सुख के अति भरमार हो, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार बाबा, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार। सुनाएगा मुरली वहाँ, बाबा बिना दिल लगेगा कहाँ। कौन सुनाएगा मुरली वहाँ, बाबा बिना दिल लगेगा कहाँ। कौन करेगा तेरे सिवा बाबा, कौन करेगा तेरे सिवा बाबा, रोज हमें श्रृंगार हो, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार बाबा, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार। तो बाहों में झुलाते हो, पलकों पे अपने बिठाते हो, ज्ञान रत्न से सजाते हो, मीठे मीठे बोल सुनाते हो। अभी तो बाहों में झुलाते हो, पलकों पे अपने बिठाते हो, ज्ञान रत्न से सजाते हो, मीठे मीठे बोल सुनाते हो। कैसे भूलेंगे तेरा बाबा, कैसे भूलेंगे तेरा बाबा, प्यार और दुलार हो, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार हो, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार। साथी बने हो तो बने रहना, सतयुग में भी न दूर रहना। साथी बने हो तो बने रहना, सतयुग में भी न दूर रहना। गाते रहेंगे हर पल बाबा, गाते रहेंगे हर पल बाबा, तेरा ही उपकार हो, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार बाबा, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार। कहाँ मिलेगा बाबा ऐसा, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार हो, सतयुग में तेरा प्यार। भले ही रौंके महलों में होंगे, भले हीरों के महलों में होंगे, सुख के अति भरमार हो। कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार बाबा, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार बाबा, कहाँ मिलेगा तेरा प्यार।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti
Om
Didi.
Shanti
Thank you, Tati.
Didi.
Thank you,
Thank
Baba.
you,
Thank you,
Baba. Thank you,
Mohini.
Didi.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti Didi.
Vyakti Parivar.
Om Shanti Avyakti
Good night,
Parivar.
Shukriya Baba.
everyone.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you, Didi. Thank you, Didi.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar.
Do the service of giving sakaash through your powerful mind. Become perfect, the same as the Father. In order to do service through your mind, make all the powers a part of your life. Become perfect, the same as the Father, so that no defects remain inside you. For only then will your sakaash spread automatically with the concentration of your elevated thoughts, that is, through your mind.
अपनी शक्तिशाली मनसा द्वारा सकाश देने की सेवा करो। बाप समान परफेक्ट मनसा सेवा करने के लिए सर्व शक्तियों को अपने जीवन का अंग बना लो। ऐसे बाप समान परफेक्ट बनो जो अंदर कोई डिफेक्ट न हो। तब श्रेष्ठ संकल्पों की एकाग्रता द्वारा मनसा द्वारा स्वतः सकाश फैलेंगी।